Okay, everyone, we are back. I am playing Pathfinder Kingmaker with my Eldritch Archer that you can see here, called Dazzle. Um, I've actually just done a video which I'll be uploading to YouTube where I talk about this build um, with some advice on Maguses in general and Eldritch Archer in particular. You'll notice that my character portrait here is blacked out. That's because of just some graphical glitches running under Linux. There's a couple of other little minor glitches in the game, but hopefully we don't come across anything major. The only time I really seem to notice is only time I really seem to notice these problems is if I have to tab out of the game and come back into it. It does this one in particular. Hopefully we won't be doing that. So let's head on in to the game. I have played about 25 hours, not straight through in the one campaign. I've started and stopped. Wanted to try out a few different characters. I've tried out the Aldori Sword Lord. I've tried out a couple of different ranger characters. Because you know me, I always play rangers. So I tried an archery ranger, I tried a melee ranger for a little bit. I'm going to skip through some of this stuff at the start because I'm sure you've watched other people play. I've also tried the Magus, the Eldritch Scion Magus, the Eldritch Archer. I've had a bit of a playthrough with, so I'm liking that. I think it's good. I, it sounded to me like she said Sword Lord rather than Sword Lord, which was bizarre. There's a couple other things in this game I'll point out. Now this is just going to go through this. As I said, you've probably seen all this before. If not, there's plenty of other people playing a proper playthrough, and I will go a lot slower once I get a little bit further on because there's stuff that I haven't done yet and I need to read it and make sense of it. But all of this stuff doesn't really matter what you do, what you say. It's all the same thing. So I'm just going to skip through this. And the strange thing is, I'm going to keep Lindsay in my party probably the entire way through. When I played Neverwinter Nights 1, the second campaign that was in that, I can't think of the name of it now, where you have the kobold bard slash sorcerer. I can't even think of his name right now. He's in Neverwinter Nights 2 as well. He's a merchant by that stage. Deacon is his name, yes. When you have Deacon in your party, bards are actually quite good characters. So here's the first thing about this game that I think they need to fix. There's no way to get the computer. You can double click on my portrait and it zooms back in on me, but if I then move, it doesn't move with me. So I have to be continually giving keyboard commands or with the mouse to move it around so that I can follow where my characters are going. So that's a little bit annoying. I would just like a camera follow mechanic that you can turn on or off with a key. I'm used to doing it with, I think, full stop from a couple of different games, from the Neverwinter Nights games, I think it was. It feels weird to me that the game doesn't follow you, and because I know you can free explore and move around, but the fact that it doesn't follow you is a little bit bizarre, a little bit weird. And so I find I have to do a lot of keyboard stuff just to get locked in, zoomed into where we are all the time. We're going to see right now the next thing, the big thing that I don't like about this game. Everything else about the game I love. But we're going to see something in a second when this combat starts that I think is silly. And I mentioned it in the video that I'm just about to upload to YouTube. I also mentioned it in a bad review that I gave the game on Steam. And the only reason I gave it a bad review was because there's one mechanic. I actually love the game. I think it's great. I think they're doing a good thing with it. I don't understand this mechanic. So what's going on? So the mansion's under attack. That's the important thing here. This mansion is under attack. Right? Remember that. Every game that you've played like this, you have an introductory mission like this where you start off and something like this happens. Everyone's under attack, you have to do something. Right? So this is telling you combat happens in real time. You can pause, dice rolls, initiative. So at the start of combat, you all make an initiative check to see who goes first. And then you do attack rolls, you do damages. Okay, have a look. Now, this is one of the few times when my opponent doesn't have his weapon currently drawn. But here's my opponent. He doesn't have his weapon. And I don't actually have my weapon drawn either. Now, I've won initiative. So I've got 23, he's got 16. So I'm going to go first. What am I going to do? I'm going to have to draw my bow. Right? So the fact that I've got to draw my bow and then attack is really hard. Because there are combats that you come across, we'll see them in a minute, where your opponents already have their weapons out. And if they've got bows, that means they shoot at you straight away. You don't necessarily have the time to get your bow out before or you're in the process of getting your bow out when they hit you. So that's just a little annoying mechanic in this game. I think it doesn't make sense to me at all why you shouldn't already have your bow out in all situations when you come into combat. Sure, you could have the odd situation where you want to have the characters ambushed and you force them to have to draw their weapons, but I really don't see the point. See, look, they've both just drawn their weapons, but I haven't drawn mine, so I'm going to attack him. He's going to run all the way to here. He's right up to Lindsay now before I even get a chance to shoot at him. Yet, if I had have had my bow already drawn, I would have hit him somewhere around about here. Or at least here. You know, he wouldn't have been right there in front of Lindsay when I hit him. So that's my problem with this game. And we'll see in a minute there's a situation in a couple of minutes we'll get to where there is actually an opponent who has a bow who shoots back at you straight away. You don't get a chance to do anything about it. He might miss, which will be good, but, you know, that's the problem I have with this mechanic. Okay. You've probably already seen this. So this is the ring that Tuccio gives you. It's the ring that he uses to try and frame you. I'm going to wear it, but I'm going to remember to take it off after the final battle in the throne room of the mansion, so that I can claim that I'm not the spy. Whether that works or not will just depend on a dice roll as to whether I'm lucky enough to be able to make that check. I'm going to give this chain shirt to Lindsay initially. Not that she's any more likely to be in the front line of combat than I am, and I'm going to give her a backup weapon. I'll take one dagger later on when I find one as a backup, but I'm never going to use it. The number of times that my enemy is going to get that close to me that I would potentially even consider switching weapons will be pretty small. So we're all going to come down here. The other thing I'm going to do is initially I'm going to pick the triangle formation, but eventually I'm going to go with a custom formation for everything. So we're really just looting the place here. And again, I've mentioned this in videos before. The looting mechanic, you shouldn't be allowed to go and do this looting. That should, like, there are dialogue choices that you can take in this game which affect your alignment. You actually see these little patterns of dots that move side to side as you slowly move from neutral good towards more lawful or more chaotic or more evil. You'll start to come down this way as well. But the choice to do a lot of this sort of stuff where you're, you know, searching these bodies is fine. These are guys that, you know, that have died. But going into this person's room here, there's no one around. I'm going to loot this bookcase. That really should count against me, even though no one's seen me do it. You know, that's not a. It's definitely not a. I miss these bodies. It's definitely not a lawful good thing to do. It's not even really a neutral good or even just good thing to do that sort of looting. But I'm going to do it anyway because, you know, I sort of need the money, or at least I will. Okay, so there's 3 guys in here. If you do this really carefully, you can start down here and they won't notice you yet. And you can, this is one of the only times in the first tutorial mission that you can actually get your bow off and get a shot off. And you'll notice Lindsay's already taken a shot before I get a chance to. So it definitely seems like I need to check her initiative and whether she won initiative over me. So let's just check that, because I think we got the shots off before we did initiative checks. See, I did an initiative check of 20. Lindsay only had an initiative check of 11, yet she got a shot off on these guys before I did. So I don't know, I think there is something a little bit wonky with their whole initiative and that sort of system, because of the whole having to draw your weapons and then, you know, it works out initiative and all that sort of stuff. It just seems to me the crossbows shoot faster than the standard bows. Oh, you're kidding me. I'm down already. I'm playing this on normal level, and I've been playing previously on easy. Maybe I definitely should have been on easy as well, because I really wasn't paying attention to the fact that I got hit. I don't think now that I'm down that Lindsay can do Cure Light Wounds on me, but let's see. Oh, yes, she can, and she's got me up. Good. Okay. I don't have any healing potions, so I'm going to get Lindsay to cast her other heal on me, and let's see if we can get that done before I get hit again. Great. Okay. You're all right, Lindsay. Why am I not attacking him? I shouldn't have to select him to attack. Okay, so I also think there is another problem. You'll notice that there were little question mark thingies over my heads. I'm pretty sure that I had set the options in the game to show that information for my opponents as well as me. Look at that. Hit points, I had that set to always. I had that set to always. I had all of this. It's not remembering my settings. I want party member names all the time. I want that all the time. I want all of this stuff all of the time. So this is just one of the little glitches in the game at the moment. I actually set this before I started building my character. I created the video where I built my character, stopped the video, left the game running, and then just clicked, start, basically, to start the game when I started this stream. And yet none of these settings were set right. So hopefully that's now right. Thankfully, these guys are going to have some healing potions. And we're going to dole those out a little bit. Now, you've already got a couple of healing potions, but I really don't care about you, Tatuchu, because you're the bad guy. So I'm going to let you just stew there and not get anything special. For now, I'm going to chuck a dagger in here. As I said, I don't actually need it. But I'll do that anyway. We're going to keep these for later on. There's nothing else in this room to look at. Let's just quickly loot these other rooms. Again, I don't like this, that we're able to loot all of this stuff. We shouldn't really be doing it. But it's the only way in these games to get stuff sometimes. So let's just do it. And I won't complain about it anymore. At least not for 10 minutes or so. Might even start a timer so that just at the end of the 10 minutes I can go on about it again. Okay. Let's get some food, because we're going to need that at some point when we're trying to build meals around the campfire. I like the camping mechanic in this. I think it's quite good. Okay. This fight's a little bit weird because no matter what I do, I try and come around this corner and attack, and it always stops me in the doorway. Um, and generally, at least on easy level, they're all dead by the time I get around there to help. Come on. Right, so she takes him out pretty easy without too much of a hassle. We can't go up the stairs because they're locked. She's all being Miss Grumpy. Okay, so we got some more potions. That's right. I meant to give Lindsay some potions, didn't I? I noticed you get a lot of cure light wound potions in this game early on. That's the other thing that I have a problem with this game. The progression, like you're supposed to be able to get to level 20, I think, in this game if you play it all the way through. I'm wondering how many hours that is because you finish the tutorial mission and you're not even at level 2 yet. Every other game where you have a tutorial mission, you're at level 3 by the time you've finished it. So you gain 2 levels. This you don't. So, yeah, little bit strange in some ways, but we'll see how we go. Now, we're going to go look through this door, and the assassins are going to appear, and they're going to attack a bunch of guards. And this frost giant, you can tell it's a frost giant because it tells you down here in the combat text. A frost giant comes in and tramples one of his own guys, and then with a cone of cold kills the guards and then wanders off. But you listen to him, and then I'll say something when we're done. So there's no voice acting for this. There they are, the assassins. This is your last chance. Drop your weapons and we'll spare your lives. And then this guy. Hey, you ugly mug, get them. Okay, so that's a frost giant, right? Frost giants, I don't know, 20 foot tall, whatever they're supposed to be. But they're supposed to be intelligent. Why did he sound like a gorilla? Like literally, he says nothing. He just grunts like a gorilla. He stands there after he's killed them and looks around stupidly like some sort of weird gorilla. Did I just do that? That's a little bit weird. I'm not sure I like that choice that they made when they decided to do that in the game. Okay, how are we going here? We have some long swords and stuff. I really don't want a backup weapon, and I don't need anything spectacular as a backup weapon. I'm already using studded leather, so I've got armor that's better than all of those guys, and I can't use hide because it's medium armor. Oh, if you're playing a ranger and you want the good medium armor, go with the breastplate. I'll point it out in a minute once we get one and show you the reason why. But there's only 3 types of armor in the game that give you an armor class, that can give you an armor class of 19. Okay? You'll see my armor class is 18. That's because I've got studded leather, which gives me an armor class of 5 and armor class of 3 and a maximum of 5. I've got this ring on, so if I take the ring off, I'm 17. So I've got plus 4, and the 3 of the studded leather gives me 17, right? Theoretically, if I had a plus 8 dex bonus, I could get 19 while wearing padded armor. I can also get 19 while wearing the breastplate, because the breastplate does an armor class of 6 and has a max dexterity of 3. And full plate will give you a maximum of 20 because you can get 9 from the armor and 1 from your dexterity. Every other armor in the game, leather armor, 2 and 6, gives me 18. Hide armor, 4 and 4, 18. Chain shirt, 4 and 4, 18. And later on we'll see banded mail, we'll see chain mail. They all give you 17 or 18. There's only one I think that gives you 17. Most of them give you 18. Full plate gives you 20. Breastplate and padded armor has the potential to give you 19. But for padded armor, you really have to have very high armor class, a very high dexterity to get that. Okay. So when I play Rangers, I now go for breastplates. And in fact, I'm going to give the Barbarian, who can handle medium armor, a breastplate once she becomes part of my party. One of the few times where you get the drop on your opponent because they don't have their weapons ready yet. But I missed. Oh, no, maybe I didn't. I thought I shot and then missed. There we go, one hit, and wow, did I just swing my bow at him? That looked like I did. Okay, I don't know. That was strange. Okay, more padded. So we're not going to be able to carry all of this. I mentioned this in the video that I'm going to be releasing later. I'm not going to be able to carry all of this armor and gear that we've picked up. The best thing to drop is actually the padded and leather armor, because they only sell for 1 and 2 gold a piece, but they're at least 10 or 15 pounds each one. So if you need to drop 50 pounds and you drop 5 padded armor, that's only 5 gold that you've dropped, whereas you could drop a full suit of banded mail like this stuff, which gives you 35 pounds, but it's worth 62 gold. So you're better off dropping the light armor first. You get more money for the heavy armor. So this here, 6 and 3 breastplate, good stuff. What did the banded mail have? 7 and 1. But it's heavy armor, not medium armor. And that's the bow that I want. That's a composite longbow. Although, as I said, also we're going to end up dropping that tower shield. We're already overweight, so we'll drop the tower shield, and then we'll drop all of this padded armor. Now, the other thing that's a little bit weird, at the end of this mission, at the end of this level, it says, oh look, there's this stuff you didn't pick up yet. It's like, yeah, I didn't pick it up for a reason, but it still wants to know if you want to pick it up. So, I don't know. We got a few spare potions, so I'm going to... Yeah, it does. Very nice, thank you. I'm just going to drink these potions. Yeah, I don't tolerate you either, Tartuccio, so... because you're the real fool here. I'm going to be a real dick in a minute, or in a few minutes, because what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to steal everything from the guys that I don't want in my party later on, which will be Tartuccio and the undead lady up here, and oh, hang on, we didn't do everything in here, did we? We didn't do this chest where we get the key. The key opens this chest. Yeah, I don't want to steal the gold. We're going to leave it there. So yes, it's talking here about encumbrance again. As I said, I've done everything I can to reduce that. I can drop that leather armor at some point if I need to. I wish it would stay on this sorting once I select it as well, but it doesn't seem to want to. Hang on, I meant to refill these up, didn't I? I don't care if he dies, but I don't want Lindsay or me to die. Yes, I think I'm going to keep Lindsay in my party. I've actually thought about, because you can hire your own party members. They cost 2,000 gold each, which is a lot. A lot. And it will take a long time to fill up the party with those characters. But I'm actually considering keeping Lindsay just as someone different, and then having four myself as an Eldritch Archer, probably two other Eldritch Archers, and then two other Eldritch Scions or Maguses, one of the two, and make that my entire party. Or maybe three Maguses, Eldritch Scions, Lindsay, myself, and one other Eldritch Archer. And I just think that would be an interesting party combination to go with. So I'm going to end up stealing everything that I can't even remember her name. Jathiel, whatever it is. She's evil. I don't care. Now I know the half orc that you get later on, who is an Eldritch Scion, to join your party. I think the idea is supposed to be he's evil, but the reason he is evil is because he has been a slave for years, and you're supposed to, maybe, I don't know whether you're maybe supposed to help him become less evil or something, or you tolerate him in his party because, there's a reason why. His evil isn't evil of selfishness or greed or he just hates the world or anything. He's evil because he just wants to kill every slaver he can find, rather than just accepting it and turning the cheek like his companion does. So, yeah, I don't know what you're supposed to do with that, whether you're supposed to help him out or not, but I sort of feel like I don't want him part of my party because he's already an Eldritch Scion and I wanted to have my own Eldritch Scion or something. I don't know. The thing is if you don't use these characters, these main NPCs, in your party directly, once you get into Kingdom mode, my understanding is you can use them as companions, sort of like you could in Pillars of Eternity, to go off and do quests and help you with things. So that's what I'm hoping I can do with all of them. Okay, let's take out these guys. Now we've got Jethal to get into the front line. She can be taking most of the hits. And it won't be long before we've got more guys who are able to stand in front and take a bit of damage while I sit back and pummel them with arrows and spells. I'm not wasting any of my spells at the moment. Actually, what spells did I learn then? Yes, it was Burning Hands and Magic Missile, which is what I sort of expected. Once I get to level 2, I'm probably going to forget Burning Hands and I'm going to learn Snowball and Flare Burst and 1 Magic Missile, because I'll have 3 spell slots then. So the way it works, I haven't mentioned it yet. I mentioned it, as I said, in this other video. But once I'm able to actually, at second level, I'm able to cast my spells through my weapon. So when I shoot at someone, it will shoot an arrow plus the range spell. And we've got some ranged cantrips here. We've got Ray of Frost. We've got Acid Splash. We've got Daze. And Touch of Fatigue. So what I can do is, if I wanted to say Acid Splash to be my thing, I can right click on that and it pops this little thing out here and I can click on that, and now that spell will be used automatically every time I attack. Which, if I do that now, I just won't use my bow. I'll be just casting that as a cantrip time after time, which I don't want to do right now, because the problem with doing that is that's only going to do 1 to 3 of damage. The idea is that once I've got that done, I want to turn this off now. How do I turn it off? There we go. Once I have this ability at second level, where I can cast that through my bow, then I'm going to do my normal bow's damage, 1d8, plus the extra 1d3 from the spell when it hits. Okay, don't want to spoil anything for anyone, but as I said, this is not really meant to be a tutorial playthrough or anything. You want to know how to get through this little puzzle really easy? So there's these 2 guys here, 2 little statues, and there's 4 more in this room, and there's a hidden door. You have to get all of them, both in this room and that room, to have their swords in the up position. Click on this one. Okay, it swaps them. Click on this one. It seems to just swap them back, but it's also made some changes in here now. So if I now come back into the other room, I only need to do one thing in there, and that one change will be enough to open the secret door. Right, so we've got one down, up, up, down. Click on this guy. And you'll notice this one's now up, this one's up, and this one's up, and the door's open. Okay, so we're just going to loot everything from in here. Okay, I think I've got everything. So now, unless you actually use tab, it might not be obvious that there's a door down here. So we're going to come down here to this door. This takes us outside. We're not far to go now with the tutorial mission. We're about 2/3, 3/4 of the way through, something like that. Okay, bunch of guys out here. So we're going to spot them as soon as I come out through the door. Very good. Let's attack him. Should get enough of a bonus on him that we get a shot before he's really aware of it. There we go, and this last guy down here. And there we go. Loot any gear. Did we get all three? Yes, we did. Okay, so here's another companion. This morose dwarf. So most of the time this one seems to work for me. So he thought he was dying, but of course he wasn't. And when you look at him here, he's full health. So that's just telling me that dwarves can do spell conversion. So that I keep forgetting that he can do this, but if you click that little up button right there. Oh, hang on. No, damn it. I did that wrong. Was it right click? No, you're supposed to click that little up button. There you go. And that converts it to a Cure Light Wounds spell rather than the actual spell. Oh, damn it. I just cast that as well. That's alright. He's pretty useless in the those spells are pretty useless in the coming battle anyway. Although it would have been nice to have Bless. But anyway. Which reminds me, I haven't been saving. Because I should have just recovered from that. Okay, so we've found that hidden item, which opens this door, which gets us to this chest, which I think has a masterwork longsword in it, is it? Yes. And a gold ring. So I think I'm going to grab that masterwork longsword for the moment, just because I can, but I'm not really going to use it. I really wish we had found some more chainmail, because... Not chainmail, a chain shirt, because that is really what I need. Hang on, what are you using? Chainmail. I'm going to give you that banded mail, which is better AC for you. Everything else is fine for you. And you have chainmail as well. But we're going to steal that later. I want a chain shirt for me, but it doesn't look like I'm going to find one. Being all heroic and giving it to Lindsay instead. So I don't know. I haven't noticed anything else in here that is worthwhile keeping an eye on in this courtyard. So I don't know if there's any other hidden areas or whatever, but I haven't ever found any in the brief look arounds I've done. Okay, so we've got to run through this burning area. it's just a little bit of luck depending on how much damage you take when you do this. I always do the drench buckets of water first. I've never tried the try less dangerous route. I've always just gone with this one. And then I always do the athletics here. I don't want to leave anyone behind. So sometimes it fails and you take a few points damage each. But it has never killed me. So yeah, like 1 point of damage here and there. And we've now got Valerie in our party. So I'm going to rearrange things here to get Valerie and that up closer to the front. But what I'm going to do is go with a custom party arrangement as well. So we're going to put Valerie right in the front. So our 3 more tanky characters are in the front like that. I'm going to go directly behind Valerie with my bow. And then our 2 support guys, Lindsay and Tartuccio, are there like that. And that's basically the arrangement I'm going to use going forward pretty much forever. I plan to have 3 tanks up front, or 3 melee fighters up front, and then ranged / spellcasting in the back. So we've got a couple of people that are fatigued now. If we have a look, fatigue. I'm fatigued, and it just basically does pulls our strength and dexterity down so that we're not able to attack as well. So yeah, it's a bit of a pain in the butt, but there's not a lot we can do about it at this point. We can't actually rest up here. At least I don't think we can. I've never tried it. No, you can't rest here. So there we go. You can't. Problem solved. Uncollected loot. So this is stuff that I deliberately dropped because it was too much to carry. I'm not going to bother picking it up. So let's leave. I did forget to save. I really should have saved before we went into this final battle, but we'll be alright. We should be able to get through this. The hardest part of this is the assassin leader can cast some sort of scare, fear type spell, which I think they were trying to stop him doing as much, or changing what it was, because people said it was way too hard. Because, yeah, if he gets that off really well, your guys don't have much chance. So it looks like... we paused? Yeah, we are now. So I don't know, but it looks like these... I think these are rift channelers. These guys are sort of putting the barrier around this that's stopping anyone from getting to these guys. So I don't really know what the point is. These guys here are the ones we need to get rid of. And I think from somewhere over here, Amiri the Barbarian comes in and starts attacking as well. So the plans. If I hadn't have used his last bless, I would have used that. But that's not going to be possible now. So instead, these guys are just going to charge in. Actually, he can technically do a charge. Is that... No, it's treat affliction. I don't want to be treating affliction. I want to be charging. Turn that off. No, he can't quite... So what I need to do is I need to move all of these frontline guys just slightly forward, because their charge... Oh, your charge is maybe just enough? No. No. So I need to move these guys forward just a fraction. Okay, now that we've moved forward a fraction, these guys should be able to charge. No. Okay, you can charge to that one for some reason. You couldn't charge to the other one. Charge. No, no, you can't charge. Can you charge? No, no. Okay, fine. You can go and attack him. You can go and attack him. I really should have had these guys actually attacking someone straight up. So I'm going to do the him, and him. Because all of these other... Well, apart from this guy who's an archer and this one who's an archer, these 3 assassins here are going to turn around and attack my frontline guys. They're going to do that. That's pretty much a definite. I want to take out this assassin leader as quickly as possible, though. And so I'm going to cast a magic missile at him now. frenzy. You're going to try... No, he's not close enough to do hideous laughter, so let's see. Can you do... No, you can't. Well, let's see. You can get close enough to do hideous laughter, I guess. And I want you to do a magic missile against this guy, because he's our biggest opponent at the moment. If he gets off this fear or whatever it is before we can take him out, we're in big trouble. Yeah, cause fear. But I think, looks like we've all resisted it, maybe. Great, so we got rid of him, so now it's just a matter of cleaning up these other guys. These Rift Chanters don't last long. Okay, so we've killed all of them, and she generally ends up killing whatever is in here, the Frost Giant and whatever else gets summoned at the same time. And we're all done. So now is the time to get a little bit sneaky. So we take that ring off for the moment so that we aren't actually wearing it. We're going to steal your armor, weapon, and scrolls, which I know is a bit of a dick move, but you're evil, and we don't want you harming us later. We're going to leave him because we're going to ask him to join us later. It might not work, but it probably will. But I'm not going to give him anything else, like any healing potions or anything. You are our frontline tank for a while, so you're going to get a couple of healing potions, and we get some other stuff later, which I'll give you. Alchemist's Fire or something. You're doing alright, and I'm going to steal your healing potion and your crossbow because I'm a dick. Right. So now let's just clean up all of the dead. So there's a Miri up there. Got to remember to clean up or loot this body as well. So he's got the chain shirt. So here's the funny thing, of course, in the game. So here I am, a normal-sized human, and I'm going to wear a Frost Giant's chain shirt. Yeah, I should be able to swim in that. But anyway. Oh, we've also been given this. Now, unlike other D&D games that you may have played, this Braces of Armor Class +1 will do nothing if I wear it, because it doesn't stack. So maybe if it was a Braces of Natural Armor +1, that would be different. But this is a Braces of Armor +1. It's only good on someone like Tartuccio, who's not actually wearing any armor. So his armor class is 12. It now goes to 13. But there's no way I'm giving him that. But I do want to remember to keep it, because I think there's someone later on that I want it for. So I am going to wear it, just so that I keep it. Later on there's a chest I can chuck it in, but for now, that's going to be that. So I think... Can I talk to this guy? I've never actually tried. No. Okay. I think I'm ready to talk to the Sword Lord. So let's do that. So I'm going to do this. It doesn't always work, and I wonder what would happen if I did that. but I've never tried it. But I'm going to do diplomacy because um, I don't actually have it on me. So she's still suspicious of me. Oh, Mary. So it doesn't really matter which choice I pick here. One of them is going to make me more lawful neutral. The other one's going to make me more chaotic neutral. I don't really care for either because it's only going to shift me like 1 point in either direction. And you're saying the same thing, so it doesn't really matter. So I'm going to do lawful neutral. I'm going to do the neutral good, of course, rather than neutral evil, but you know. So that's actually a pretty good outcome for me. Have done this a few times now, and you get, random successes and failures amongst these. So to be successful in all of them is good. I don't know what combination would happen if I had have picked an evil character, but anyway. So that gives us our timeline. We have 90 days. So, the end of the tutorial. Just under an hour to get to that. That's not bad. Okay, so when I first got to this screen, I had no idea what to do because it wasn't obvious that you could click on this. Even putting my mouse over it didn't actually make it move. I think it was a little bit buggy at the time. First things first, we're going to give Amiri some better armor because she's not going to go too well without it. And we're going to give her a few potions for healing and Alchemist's Fire and Acid Flask. We probably don't expect to use them very often, but we're going to give her that one torch, which we will need potentially later. Not potentially, we will need it later. I can't change that ordering from this screen. What a pain. Lindsay is fine in her current layout. If I had a short sword, I would give it to her over that dagger as a backup, but I don't. It's not worthwhile giving you anything better. You've already got a Masterwork Bastard Sword and that Tower Shield, and because you're a Tower Shield specialist, we're not going to give you anything but that Tower Shield. And we don't have better armor than Banded Mail at this point, so you're looking good. You could give you that other acid potion. Yeah, I'm pretty well set up. I don't think... Oh, let's put that ring back in the mix. Now, we are still overloaded, so it's time once again to drop all the padded armor until we are no longer overloaded. And if we need to, we'll drop some leather or studded leather as well. So what have we got there? Leather armor, let's drop that. So technically we're a tenth of a pound over. So I'm probably going to drop all of these 3 studded leathers as well. Just there, because like what? 6 gold? Okay, I'll keep that 1. Yeah, okay, that's pretty good. Let's do a quick save. And we are a little bit fatigued still, so we'll get to a point up here in a little bit where we'll get attacked. People complained about this first fight here, at least on a normal level when I've played it previously. It used to be wolves, not thylacines. And the thylacines are supposed to be easier than the wolves. I didn't find them all that hard to begin with. These things creep me out. I don't know what they're supposed to be. They don't really look like snakes. They look like big worms. You're going to charge forward to that one. You're going to charge forward to that one. I'm going to shoot that one. And Lindsay... Oh, I forgot to do this previously, didn't I? Lindsay's going to do that. And then... oh no, hang on. I have to do that first. And then she can shoot. Okay, so I've killed that first thylacine. And all three are down pretty easy. Thylacines, for those who don't know, is the species name, I think it probably is, for the Tasmanian tiger, an animal from Australia. That is where I'm from. The thylacine is now extinct, although, like some extinct animals the world over, there are people that believe the thylacine still exists in remote forests in Tasmania. But there is actually no evidence of that. We're going to sleep, so we finally get to see the camping resting mechanic. And I actually quite like it. It's interesting. So you've got all these things that you can manage. So if I play a ranger, I generally do the hunting rather than Emiri, but she's quite good at the hunting. Then we have camp camouflage. Lindsay's actually very good at this. She's better than anyone at it, but if she's not doing that, she often ends up doing the cooking. Where I think she's about the same as I am with the cooking, 7 and 7, yeah. But because I'm playing an Eldritch archer at the moment, I don't have the same lore skills, because you need lore nature to be good at this. Whereas you just need knowledge of the world to be good at this. And as you learn recipes, you can buy them or whatever. They get optioned here, and if you have the right ingredients, you can click on them and do that. Now, if you ever... and then you also have someone over here setting up watch. If you don't have people on watch, then there's more chance that you can get snuck up on. And then if you've got extra people, you can put more people on watch or more people on any of these tasks, or you can do these special roles. You can't do a special role, but any of your other people can. I don't know what happens when you get... if you hire NPCs for every other person in your party, whether anyone can do that. And I really don't know whether it wouldn't be better to have Lindsay over here doing this. Which means that all of these people are everyone is 2 points better at the skill that they're going to be working on. But for now, I'll leave it as camouflage. I don't know how much of a problem it really takes. I think you're supposed to be able to click like here and it'll work out where the end is going to be. Like, I think this is where you are now, and this is where you're going to finish resting for everyone to be not fatigued. Then this is the spot where they recover all of their ability scores if necessary, and this is where they'd all heal naturally. And so I think I can drag this to here and say, okay, I want everyone to heal naturally. If I had have just clicked that, it would do the same thing, I think. So if I go back to there and then go that, no. So if I do that, that should have everybody heal fully as well. So let's try that. If you're here and it doesn't say any recipe here, it's probably because you've previously selected a recipe that you no longer have the ingredients for, and you need to go back into manage and reset that. It doesn't automatically reset back to hearty meal. I don't know how well we're going to sleep in this storm, but we're going to try. So we managed to hunt. Took 8 hours, but we got 4 rations. We successfully camouflaged the camp, but I spoiled the recipe, which doesn't really affect anything. It just means we don't get any benefit, because you can get a bonus when the cooking works. So it doesn't mean we're like poisoned or anything like that. Okay, so we're all fully healed, we're all fully rested. Let's keep going. I want to get to Oleg's outpost, because that gives me level 2 and I get my special ability as an Eldritch archer. And I can really start kicking some ass with this bow. Or with the heavy crossbow that I'm going to use instead. It seems to me like the heavy crossbow shoots faster. I don't know why. It doesn't make sense. I don't know the mechanic behind it. I haven't seen any definitive stats behind it, but it seems like it shoots faster. So I'm probably going to switch to it. So we're going to rest here rather than going straight in. Sometimes it stops you way back here and says that you need to rest. But basically, once everybody in your party is fatigued, you want to rest. So I'm going to accept that. Oh, also, somewhere... Oh, I think it was when we were back on here. It had no, if we go into the journal, we can see how much longer we've got. So you notice we don't see the little heart thing on here because we're all actually fully healthy. And we don't have ability scores to reset, so we're just going to leave it at the default 9 hours. I'm not going to change any of this, so I'm happy enough with the settings. So we just go straight in, and because we weren't in a map area, we didn't go through that little talk to each other about what's going on type of thing. Oh, I spoiled the meal again. Once I get another level, I'll be better at it. Okay, so we can see the time here. If we go to the journal, we can see somewhere, yeah, 86 days and 18 hours to go with the Stolen Land mission. So, yeah, we're doing alright. Well, you know, whatever. So click continue here, we go into the trading post, and let's meet Oleg. Okie dokie. So I don't know why we're walking here rather than running. I guess it's because of the rain. I've done this multiple times and it's only rained like this twice. So the rain isn't normal. It's not always raining, although I think it's always been nighttime. So the bandits are demanding their protection money, basically. And they want a bit of time with Oleg's wife as well. I have tried a couple of the other options here, but I'm going to do the neutral good one. Not that it really matters. They attack you anyway. So they say they'll leave, and this one here, this Cressel, she will actually leave because she casts Vanish or drinks a Vanish potion or whatever it is and disappears, but this guy decides he's had enough and he decides to attack. So see, they've grabbed their weapons. I don't have my weapons out yet, so I'm going to be at a disadvantage. Lindsay, I'm going to get to move back. I'm going to get... Actually, I'm going to get you to charge, and I'm going to get you to charge. This is probably not going to work because these guys are going to come forward with their weapons, and their weapons are already drawn. My two guys have still got to draw their weapons, which is a problem, and I can't target this girl. So I'm just going to shoot at these guys. As soon as Lindsay's back a little bit, I'm going to get her to do her Bardic Inspiration just to help all of my guys. So we've got one guy who's down already. Wow, she got hit pretty hard. Critical hits. Damn. Yeah, you will survive. Yeah, you're down, but you'll get back up in a sec. See? Okay, let's grab this loot. Now, I said I was going to give one of these short swords to Lindsay rather than a dagger. And if it wasn't for the fact that this is a masterwork longsword, I'd probably go with a short sword for me as well, because... hell, why not? I'm not going to use it anyway. Better off just selling that sword. Okay, oh, by the way, the hinges on that are busted. So, let's go and talk to Oleg. Again, we're walking slowly because of the rain. I'm just going to get you to heal Amari for me. Don't think it really matters because we do sleep in a second anyway, but we'll see. Take that, you scoundrels, blah blah blah. He gives me some gold. Tells his wife she should have stayed inside. Okay, so it's no point just waiting for the attack. You're better off doing a few things first. So generally, this conversation tree here allows me to talk about the bandits and get some information about them. So I recommend going through that. I only do the lawful good option here. Then he talks here. If you don't read this, if you just skip through, you don't notice this. So he talks here about there's some pretty solid traps around, some tar and a box of alchemist's fire. So recommend using that. I'm going to look around for the best ways to use the tars and the traps. That ends the dialogue. I'm going to talk to him again because I wanted to talk about themselves, but they won't. Ask about the guy who ran away, who just walked back. Okay, he tells me that he's broken and he sells potions. He lives out in the forest like a hermit, and the bandits always sort of have a go at him. I want to see your goods. So he's going to sell to me, even though the fact that is that, you know, we're just about to be all killed. But so I'm going to sell all of this, not that torch. I'm going to keep the crossbow for the moment, because I may have a use for it later. So that's a potion of bark skin. I will keep that one. I'm not going to keep enlarged person, and I'm not going to keep remove blindness because I haven't seen a need for it yet. Bless I'm going to keep. Divine favor, no. Expeditious retreat, no. Shield of faith, I haven't used it yet. I'm going to get rid of it. Leave the raised dead because probably going to need it. Couple of books that really don't do anything except give you background information. That's my camping supplies. I really wish there's some items here that sort of, you've got food items and then you've got other things mixed in with them. I wish it would separate them out a little bit more so you didn't have food, because like there's more food down here. You didn't have this stuff in the middle of there's just little knickknacks in the middle of the food, so I could skip past all the food, because I'm positive one day I'm just going to click on some of that stuff and sell it by mistake. There's no sense buying anything here yet. There's nothing that he has. All these masterwork and a couple of magical weapons. The masterwork stuff we can afford, but I don't want to buy any of it at this point. Did he have a masterwork heavy crossbow? He does. Actually, I'm going to buy that. I've made the decision that I'm going to go with that over the composite bow, whether I'm right or wrong. So the difference I seem to see is that Neverwinter Nights 2, for example, which is using D&D 3.5 rules, which is what Pathfinder is based on, in that certain of the archery skills couldn't be used with crossbows, one of them being rapid shot. But it looks like you can use rapid shot with crossbows in Pathfinder. So that is interesting. Okay, we need to level these guys up. So the thing that confused me at first is I couldn't go next here without clicking on Magus there, so that it increments that to say Magus level 2, and then I can say, okay, now I can go to the next. This almost looks like there's something you can do, but you need to look at the points here, which says there's no points there and there's 4 here. Now the problem is there's 4 points, but there's 5 sections, so I don't really want athletics all that much. So I'm going to do that. I get 2 more first level spells. These are my level 0 spells. These are my level 1 spells. You can also see the level 1s down there because they've already grayed out. Again, ultimately, the only spells I really want are ranged spells. I could take Ray of Enfeeblement, but I don't really think it's all that useful. I don't really think Enlarged Person's all that useful. Corrosive Touch and Shocking Gasp would be useful if I was a normal Magus, but I guess I'll take Ray of Enfeeblement because it is the only other ranged spell available. And I'll take Shield, but I'm probably never going to use it. I mean, sure, it shields from Magic Missile, but I don't know. I might use it at some point. If I was playing a sorceress type character, I would probably be more inclined to use it because I don't have to learn it. It's just always there. Okay, so I get Spell Strike, I get Ranged Spell Strike, Ray of Enfeeblement, and Shield. And there we go, that's my level up complete. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to pick Acid Splash, and I'm going to set that as my default so that now whenever I cast a spell, that is going to be doing my damage along with my arrow, or my arrow is going to be enchanted with that, is the way to put it. So I have to select Fighter there, and only 3 of these can I, but she's got 3 points, but she's only had 2 abilities previously. Law, Athletics. I'm definitely going to give her Athletics. I could give her full in. If I gave her Law Nature, she could also hunt for us. If I give her that, she could cook for us. I'll give her that. So we've got an alternate hunter for the time being. Actually, no. That doesn't really fit her. That one's better. She's not really an outdoorsy sort of person. I can't remember what... She's already got Weapon Focus, I believe, in the... No, she hasn't. So she's got Bastard Sword as the weapon she's using, so I'm going to get Weapon Focus in that. There we go. That is good. I'm just trying to think what it was doing when leveling her up automatically under the easy mode, but I can't remember what it used to do. 5 points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. She gets a bardic talent. I think so. Those ones aren't recommended. Intimidating prowess. I'm actually thinking to go skill focus on trickery or persuasion. Trickery. So that she's better at breaking into locks and disabling traps and stuff, because we need that. Hideous Laughter is the one that she was always getting, and it is useful, so we'll get it. Right. And then Barbarian. She gets 4 points here. She's already got that, and that, so that's good. And Lethal Stance is what we're going to give. So I think she's already got it selected, but we're going to drop that down, and we're going to put that down so that we can turn her rage on and off as needed. That's all good. She's got everything there we need. Yep, you got everything there we need. I need to switch out that bow for that crossbow. That's good. We're going to sell that. I'm going to give that to you as a backup. Okay, so there are some other weapons and stuff around here, so let's get all this stuff done. So use the traps to capture the bandits, so that puts all these traps over here. Right, so as they come through, they'll get caught on them, hopefully. ransack that sack of potatoes there. Can't remember if there's anything up here. No. But there is stuff over here. So this is the tar that we're putting out the front to slow them down. So now we've got a big pool of tar to slow them down there. There's some stuff in this barrel, and we'll come up here. Some stuff there, come back down. The tar even slows us down. Don't know why that was pausing. There wasn't anything happening. So I don't think there's anything up here, but I don't, yeah, that's right. There isn't. But there is back up here. So we'll have, there's the well house. Even has a new roof. I think there's another crossbow there. It's not a masterwork one though, but there's another crossbow, heavy crossbow. So we'll come back down here. We will sell these last few things to Oleg, and then we'll do this final battle. Well, actually, we really want to do that, don't we? Well, sort of. It's not quite right. Sell up. I'll sell that, and that, and that. There we go. Bless and raise dead. Bark skin. I think that's all pretty good. Okay. Let's finish this. I think we've talked about everything there. So prepare for the attack. Oh, hang on. I meant to talk to him, damn it. Because if you talk to him and you pass your diplomacy check, he will fight with you. Damn it, damn it, damn it. And I haven't saved in a while either. Okay, well, that's just me being silly. So, there we go. I took out a couple of guys straight up. So I am going to concentrate on this guy, and now I'm going to be using acid splash against him as well. So I think I'm just going to move my two fighters up to the front ranks, and Lindsay's going to cast Inspire Courage. And then we might even try Hideous Laughter on someone as well for Lindsay. So here we go. There's my Acid Splash Bolt coming, and hit Haps for a total of 8 damage. 5 from the bolt and 3 from the Acid Splash. Don't know why. It seems like I can't. I'm doing it every second shot by the looks of it. And then there's this archer back here. So I'll move forward and charge up my bolt. Shoot. Missed. So yeah, that's the problem. I can still miss, but looks like I'm casting a second shot, which doesn't do it. So it's a little bit odd. I don't know why it's not doing it for every single shot, because it's supposed to. But I don't think I'm supposed to be able to cast 2 arrows, 2 shots per... Oh, no, that's... No? I don't know. It doesn't make sense. But anyway. Once per round. Yeah, okay. Oh, of course. I think I know what it is. because normally you would be casting. Normally you could do the two actions. You could cast and you could attack in the same round. The when I'm casting the spell, the act of shooting it is the act of casting it as well. So I'm still able to cast the spell, and I have to do that by shooting an arrow, and then I can shoot a normal arrow as well. Okay, so we got to talk to Oleg at some point. Did we just pick up all of that gear? I guess we did. Yes, we must have, because all that stuff is in my inventory. I'm going to put that cloak on. That's the cloak of resistance +1, which helps with save throws. The rest of the stuff is not useless, but it's not worth my time. Let's just have a look at this archer. I don't think he's got anything that's all that much better. Just another bow and some padded armor. So let's come up here and talk to Oleg. Oh, we're paused. Why are we still pausing? There we go. So yeah, that battle was quite easy. Once you put down the traps and the tar, it does make things quite a bit easier. I've played this on normal level, which is what this is at, previously, and the fight was a lot harder, even with the help of what's his face, the potion guy from over here. So yeah, I didn't really read that, but Oleg says thanks for your effort. I think he gave us some money, and he tells us to go and get some rest. So we're gonna head inside while he cleans up. And so Svetlana just sort of says goodnight at the moment. She talks to us a bit more in the morning. I'm just raiding her larder for some food. Which really... Ooh, I've never seen that before. Holy crap. That's a good chunk of gold. 253 gold. Wow, I didn't even know that was there. So I've never been able to break into this chest before, but now we have, so that was good. I basically use this chest later as my little, because it's the only one that you can still interact with. So you can't interact with that one, you can't interact with that one. There's just a book here in the bookcase. That book really just tells you a little bit about some of the creatures that you'll see. In particular, it's saying that information about werewolves, because people were complaining about the fact that some of the random monsters that happened included werewolves that you could not damage early in the game because you didn't have any weapons to do it. It was even hard to kill them with spells, so they added that in. So we're going to collect all of that, but then we're going to go back and we're going to... Oh, I sold it. I was going to say we're going to put that crossbow that I got, the normal one. I think I might chuck that in. Where did it go? Where did it go? Did I not take it off? There we go. Okay. Hello, kitty, and we'll go to sleep. And we get woken up by a dream from a nymph. And I'm not going to put you through all that ridiculous heavy breathing. Okay. So, yeah. The nymph is concerned that the fog is being caused by the Stag Lord. She wants us to go to the... I'll point out where it is, but there's a... She wants us to find out about it, actually. We don't know where yet. So this is now our headquarters. You notice we don't have everyone else in our party, although if we go to character screen we can see everybody. Same with inventory, and in fact even if they're not, if there's more of them, they scroll. You can scroll to the right here to find them. So if you've got more people available than the 6 that you can have in your party, they still appear when you're in this area. So basically, this entire Oleg's thing. So outside, even on the road, it's just you, and you can find your various party members in the same location in every time you come in, and you can talk to them. So Lindsay's always here. So I can go through here and I can talk to Lindsay about all of her stuff and tell me about yourself and blah 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 blah. So I'm just going to quickly click through all of that. None of this stuff really has bad consequences except for this number 6, but you do get a confirmation on it. So as long as you don't just madly click 11111 for everything, you can go through all of this. You do need to be a little bit careful with a couple of the people that you talk to because of the whole romantic options there. It looks like when you speak to Valerie, you've got some of the options that are going to get a little bit more romantic. So you might want to tread carefully with some of those options depending on how you want that to go. So I'm done. So Lindsay's basically telling you about herself, but also she tells you that this ring that she's wearing, if she essentially is going to die, she'll get teleported back to right here until you get your own castle, and then it's somewhere in the castle. Now this is the guy. He is a Pathfinder. So the Pathfinders, I don't really know it fully, but the Pathfinders are this group of people that sort of hire adventurers to do things, but also chronicle things that happen throughout the realms, and they look for interesting and unusual things. This guy is a Pathfinder, and he will hire out adventurers to you for 2,000 gold, which I don't have enough at the moment to do, so I'm just going to find out all the other information about him and what the Pathfinders are about. What is the purpose of the society? Regarding your story. So, I am in this playthrough. As soon as I get 2,000 gold, I'm going to hire some more people, and see what happens with that, because I haven't done that yet. I can talk to Svetlana here as well, and she wants me to help her find her wedding ring. So we've got a side quest to help Svetlana find her wedding ring. Now the biggest problem with all of these quests and side quests is that a lot of games do this, and I don't really like it, is that they throw too many side quests in. I would be happier if most of the quests were more part of the main quest. You know, we need to do this in the main quest, so let's break that up into several small little things. You've got to go and do that part, and then that part, and then that part, and that part. And you can do them in any order because you've got to gather all of these things together, or you can do, or there's other reasons. The reasons why I haven't finished a number of games that I've played is purely because of what I call side quest spam, where there's so many side quests you get lost knowing what to do next. And sometimes it happens with the main quest as well. Baldur's Gate is the classic example. Once you actually get to the town of Baldur's Gate, or the city of Baldur's Gate, to continue the quest in Baldur's Gate, there's so many quests in there, and it's not obvious which ones are main quests and which ones are side quests. And then it also apparently, I think you have to do some of them in some order, and sometimes if you pick one option in one quest, it means you can't do the other and all that stuff. So it becomes really hard to keep track of what you're doing. So that's the problem I sometimes have. So I'm just going to talk through all the other options here. So basically, the Stag Lord's done something, and there's fog everywhere now. So we'll see this in a minute on the edge of the screen. There's this blue fog. I don't think there's anything more I want. There's still stuff I've got to sell still, isn't there? Let's sort this again so it all... what's that? Potion of Vanish. I'm never going to use it. Scroll of Bane, which looks something inappropriate. Not going to use it. Bless, I'll keep. Enfeeblement, not going to use it. Keep that. Sell that. Sell that, that, and that. Is that a... Yeah, jasper, pyrite brooch, couple of spoons. Oops, didn't mean to do the... Okay. Deal. So we're looking good. Right. Let's talk to this guy, because we haven't really talked to him yet, which we should have done before. Can I help? So he wants some items, fangberries and moon radishes. I'll try to help. I'll see what he's got, but I'm not going to buy anything yet. Eventually, he's a good source of alchemist's fire and acid flasks. But we've got a couple of those, or a couple more alchemist's fire here at the moment, so we're doing good. We don't need any more of that. My two main tanks have alchemist's fire at the moment, so that's all I need. My other two characters are over this way, so I'm going to come over here and talk to Amiri. Oh, little cheapy cheap, little chicken. Now, there's a dog over here which is identified as a dog, but I don't know how you interact with it. You can't really talk to it, unless maybe you're a ranger, but I tried it when I was a ranger and I couldn't. So maybe only the druids can talk to it or something. I don't think you can become romantically linked to Amiri, so it doesn't really matter what you say to her. So you can basically just go through all of these options, just picking what you want to say. Again, being aware that that second last option will say go away, I don't want you on my team anymore, but you do have an option to confirm it. So yeah, there's nothing I can do here with the dog, so I don't know what that is. I sort of feel like you should be able to make him an animal companion or something, but you can't. So, and Valerie's up here. There we go. Where are you from? Da, da, da. So she is one of Valerie is one of the romantic options in the game, but I'm not sure I really want to go down that path with any of the characters in the game. Just going through all of these options just because I want to grey them all out, so I don't have to worry about them later if there's some other options we need to speak about. So she used to be a paladin of Shaylin, who is the goddess of beauty, but she found them all to be very vain and silly. So she left and just became a fighter. Da, da, da. You get to follow my orders, and there we go. We're done. Okay, we've done all the talking. So you can see the blue fog over here. So there's actually nothing left to do in here. I don't have anything else to sell or anything like that. So we're going to leave. And as I said, I have to do this by myself. So you can see all this blue fog around it. There's only usually one or two exits. So there's one exit here and there's one exit here. You can't just wander off into the fog. But, yeah. You're kidding me. I left that in there for a reason. Am I going to lose that if I... Okay, I'll collect it. Damn it. I thought I could stash stuff in that. Okay. So the story is that sword, if you haven't seen it, you can read about it on the Pillars of Eternity website. Not Pillars of Eternity. Pathfinder Kingmaker website from Alcat. They talk about this. This is a sword. It is a giant bastard sword. So an actual giant's bastard sword that she took from a bunch of giants that she slew. To prove that she was strong enough to be a warrior for her tribe. But then she ended up killing all the other warriors of her tribe because they mocked her. So, yeah. She sort of regrets it. So this guy's interesting. Well, I might go through this. So a jittery old man in squalid clothing shuffles up to you. His grey hair is unkempt, and he continually clenches and unclenches his wrinkled, freckled hands. When he stops and looks at you, his eyes widen and he tugs at his beard. Strange weather, invisible fog creeping out of the wood, soars beyond the sky, obscures the sun and moon. Strange. The old man shakes his head, his eyes shifting about, seemingly at random. I don't like this old man. This is a Mary. I don't like this old man. Looks like the kind who can cast the evil eye. So, who are you? The old man freezes for a moment. Remus, but that won't help with the fog. What are you doing here? The old man raises an eyebrow curiously. I do nothing. Breathe, walk, observe. The fog looks visible enough to me. I see more than ever. I've never seen so much before. The old man wipes his hand across his face and sighs wearily. But someone must look, and no one can. Invisible fog. Does that mean you can find your way through it? The fog is wrong. It hinders your legs, not your sight. I wish not to try. So I'm not going to say that he's a fool, nonsense, be gone. I'm going to go with number 6. I should probably go. The old man stares at you intently. You hasten. You should. Your rival wastes no time. He races, but in another direction. He searches for power. He'll find it. My rival. Do you mean Tartuccio? The old man tugs his beard again. He's not tall, but he wants to climb high. Beside him are those who could stand against him, and might yet still. What power is he searching for? Someone else's, old, but forever young. That which was taken from another, that which gave joy and now gives death. Can you tell me where he is now? He's in an old tomb, south of the trading post. Thank you. The old man nods. How do you know we're rivals? I don't know. I see. You can choose where you set your eyes usually, but can you choose what they see? All the more reason not to linger. Farewell. The old man turns and walks away slowly, muttering softly. Once stolen, the land should be reclaimed. Once reclaimed, binded with the claimer shall it be. Binded, merged, joined by unbreakable ties. Claiming the land, claiming its pain, claiming its death. So, I don't know if you see Remus again. I got a feeling you probably will. So, now we know that it doesn't really matter whether I go forward or back here. It's only a very small little area. I don't believe there's anything else hidden here. So now we know where Tartuccio is. So he's down here at this ancient tomb. But we're going to continue exploring up this way because I basically just want to get a bit more experience. So any encounters I come across I'm going to take. I'm going to basically... Ooh, like this. So normally we've spotted the enemy, so we could fight or try to avoid. I'm going to fight because I want the experience. I want to level up. Although I do have to be careful because, these guys... I'm on normal level, not easy level, so these guys could be harder than I expect. When in doubt, save. I keep forgetting to save. There are auto-saves happening as well, but I keep forgetting to save while I'm streaming. So the game auto-saved there. So, Bandit Brawler, Bandit Bard, Bandit Brawler, Bandit, Bandit. I don't see anyone else on the periphery. The biggest problem we have here is people sneaking up behind. So let's see. I've got Acid Splash already set up. I'm going to target the Bard because he's a Bard, so he's going to be a little bit tougher. He's going to be inspiring confidence and all that sort of stuff. We're going to swap these guys around. You're going to charge... No, you're going to go for him. Can you do charge? Let's hope so. And I want you to charge at the Bard. Thank you. And Lindsay, yes. Yeah. Definitely Lindsay the indecisive. So we're going to do Inspire Courage, and as soon as she started doing that, we're going to do Hideous Laughter on that bard. So I think we're pretty much ready. Let's... Okay, so she started doing that, so let's do Hideous Laughter on the bard. Okay, so that didn't work out too well. I'm going to... Mary's doing fine up there. Actually, I should use... I don't have anything else available. Oh no, I do have Burning Hands. That's what I should be using on him. Yeah, that hurt my guys as well. That wasn't all that good. But anyway, I know not to do that again. Got a couple two-handed swords out of that lot. So I think we're probably going to rest up here. What did we get out of this? Composite short bow, some daggers, some great swords, a long spear, some chainmail shirts, some hide armor, scroll of shocking gasp. Okay. So let's camp up. And how long do we have to camp to heal everybody? No, can't be. Spells are recovered. Ability scores recovered. Let's go to there. See how we do. I don't think... On easy level it doesn't always heal up everyone. And we're going to use healing spells and abilities before resting. I'm going to try not to use rations. You're only +4. I'll stay there because I'm +8. Yeah. Right. Let's go. Begin resting. Oh, I didn't buy that. There's a recipe you can buy at Oleg's. I didn't do that. Okay. How did we go as far as healing everybody? See, not fully healed. That's annoying. Can we... Yeah, I still don't understand this mechanic of how we work out how long we're supposed to heal. Oh, it's there. 72 hours to heal everybody fully. So, Dazzle awoke suddenly inside the house. Dogs were howling fiercely not far away. It smelled like burning. The wooden walls were steaming hot, and smoke was wreathing below the low ceiling. He looked out the window. The instant he approached the window, the glass broke and an arrow hit him in the chest. Falling, he glimpsed a dozen dark figures standing outside, his eyes dim. Dazzle felt his skin cold. He's heard the murmur of the water and the soft lapping of waves. After opening his eyes, he saw a rocky river bottom and the bloated body, tangled in the green water weeds. The drowned man's empty gaze was fixed upon Dazzle. The drowned man's mouth opened slowly, and a hoarse whisper said, "Shrike River, Dazzle." At that moment, Dazzle finally awoke. Drenched in sweat, he told us what he'd seen in the dream. Okay, we are all rested and restored, although I'm still fatigued because of that dream. So, here's, what I'm considering doing. I'm considering going back to Oleg's and resting there, just because I know if I go there, I can get rid of that fatigue, and it's not that far away. So let's do that. It's wasting time a little bit, but I just don't want that fatigue. And the best way to do that, to get rid of that fatigue, is to go back to Oleg's. I will get that that dream again, I think. Probably, a few times until I go to the Shrike River. You can see I'm fatigued here. Or on the character screen. So let's have a look. Dun, 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 dun. Actually, we did have stuff to sell, didn't we? Let's sell first. Show me your wares. How much do these sell for? Only 12 gold for a great sword. Might as well sell that now. I can't just keep... No, I'm going to keep it. I can just keep it. I'm going to keep it. As I said before, I will wear it, even though it will do me no good, just so that I've got it, so I can use it later if I need it. How much gold do I have? I have just enough to hire somebody. I agree. Okay, I'm going to hire a half-orc. With that hair and no beard and... No, actually I'm not going to do half-orc. What I'm going to do... Ooh, here we go. Yes, why not? Let's do a gnome. So let's go back. No, let's do a halfling. This is one of the... Like I said, there needs to be more portraits. But this is the only portrait that looks vaguely like a halfling male, but is very androgynous. It could be a halfling female as well. I just don't know. Like, there is a very obvious halfling female in here. This one. No, that's more of a, sorry, that's a gnome female. Where's the halfling female? This one. Because, sandaled feet type of thing. Looks very halfling-ish, very waifish, and looks definitely very female. Although you could, there's no obvious feminist characteristics, i.e. breasts or overly large hips or anything like that. But the hair on this one looks very sort of feminine, in my opinion. So, I don't know. But I'm going to choose that one. I wanted to go back to race and choose halfling. Right. But I am going to choose halfling male. Actually, no. Why not? Let's choose halfling female. We want brown hair. What's the hairstyles? Okay. Let's pick that. Pick body 1. Oh, we can't do beard. Why not? That's not fair. Okay. And we are going to go a Magus and Eldritch Scion, because I believe that that is a better option. And what are we going to do? I think we're going to go Elemental Fire Bloodline. And the other one's going to be an Elemental Earth Bloodline once we get some more money. So we are going to do that. How many points have I got left? I don't know what to do with that other point. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter what I do with it. And we get 1 feat. 1 feat. What are we going to use? That's what we're going to do. We're going to do Weapon Finesse. And then spells, we want spells that we want Corrosive Touch, and we want Shocking Grasp. Not hearing any voices. Okay, that appears to be a bug. Let's go with Pragmatic. Maybe it'll be fine later. What are we going to call this one? What's a good halfling female name for a Eldritch Scion? Tina! Okay. So, lovely feature of this game. No, this isn't going to work. I'm going to have to just very quickly do this, and then paste it in, and then do that. Oh, I got to choose an alignment. Well, I'm lawful. I'm neutral good. I'm going to let her be neutral good as well. Actually, no, you can be chaotic good. There you go. And that portrait got screwed up because I had to tab out. Complete. Where is Tina? I wonder if she's upstairs. Pretty sure when I talk to her it'll be nothing. Let's see if I can fix that character portrait. Did that fix it? No. Take the armor off maybe? Yeah. Put the armor back on. So it doesn't look like Tina's in here. I was going to sleep to fix my fatigue, wasn't I? And then I need to save. I don't know what weapon I can give to Tina. I need to get some armor for her as well, because she will only have... probably only have leather armor at this point. Let's have a look. What does she have? Oh, good. We can level her up. Magus. Good, good, good. I only got 2 points, that's fine. You only need 2 points. And we get one more spell. What else? What else? What else? I'm going to take Magic Missile, because it's just everybody's favourite spell. And it is reasonably useful. What equipment does she have? She has studded leather and a rapier, which she only does 1d4 with because she is a halfling and they do less damage with those weapons. Okay, so I can't give her anything that's going to do more than 1d4 of damage. So it was probably a bit of a silly idea to add a halfling to my party. This is the thing, like, why would you bother with a halfling in your party? That means you must be only doing... How can you be doing 1d6 with a light crossbow? You should only have been doing 1d4, I think. Light crossbow... Oh no, light crossbows normally do 1d8. So, yeah. Anyway. That's fine. I really want some chainmail for you, so there you go. And no, I shall talk to you, but I can't afford any better armor because, oh no, I do have 415 gold. I didn't think I had enough gold. So sell that and buy a chain shirt for 100. So we add Tina into our little group. Okay. So I'm really just exploring a lot of the areas. I know that there's a quest I can do at this cave. That's where I get the fangberries for Bokken. I know I'm going to have to go here soon to the ancient tomb, but I also want to come down here to Nettle's Crossing and just get that crossed off my list. So I think that's what I'm going to do right now, is head down that way. But eventually I want to explore all these little side roads and just uncover all the trails in the area. So let's do this one. I don't think it's that... I don't think there's anything that hard in this area. I'm not even sure if there's anything hard at all. So we'll see. So there was once a bridge, and it used to cost you 5 coins to cross the river. And the small house burnt down a dozen years ago. So we can come in here. Thought there was something over here as well. Yes, there is. Potion and some other things. Now, I seem to remember last time Lindsay couldn't unlock this, but I've given her... Yeah, she's failed. So we're going to try and come back here later and do that. But that's alright, because the quest actually wants us to come back here later. So, let's get this out of the way. Davik Nettle. The corpse's face is bloated from being so long in the water. The stench from its toothless mouth is so foul that your eyes begin to water. The hand clenching a sinister-looking spear is covered with scabs. Suddenly you feel faint, as if a cold, wet hand is placed heavy on top of your head. Wet hair sticks to skin and trickles of icy cold water run down your face and shirt. A hoarse whisper rises inside your head. There you are. So it was you who sent me these nightmares. Gurgling, deep-chested laughter pierces your skull, clouding your vision and flooding your ears. All else becomes muffled as if you are trapped underwater. You shake your head to cast off the apparition. Who are you? David Nettle. A storm of bright images flashes before your eyes. A long time ago, this person, then a living man, came here from Brevoy, constructed a rope bridge, built a house, and living in it collected payment from those who crossed the river. How did you die? See a vision of a lovely spring day. Sunbeams shine warm against your cheek. 3 men approach the house by the bridge, one of them wearing an antlered helm, the Stag Lord. Angry faces, a quarrel, the glint of an unsheathed sword. Suddenly the Stag Lord's greedy eyes are twisted by surprise. The master of this house has unleashed his hounds. A burning smell stirs you awake to the sound of loud barking. Flames are crawling up the walls, the sound of breaking glass, the bitter cold night air. You are outside the house, and something is wrong. An arrow strikes deep in your shoulder. You hear the guffaw of 10 throats. You run around in the middle of the bridge. You run already in the middle of the bridge. The man in the antlered helm cuts one of the ropes. An ear-splintering scream fills the air. What do you want from me? See a vision of a man wearing an antlered helm. You hear a muffled groan and the helm drops to the ground with a loud thud. Your hands are covered with hot blood, too much blood. Don't you hate it when someone asks you to do something that you are going to do anyway? It makes me want to do nothing just to spite them. Why must be I the one who does it? You feel invisible fingers cold and stone draw aside a wet strand of hair from your forehead. Okay. Very well, I shall mete out your vengeance upon the Stag Lord. The drowned man who has been sitting motionless nods his head. Come later, take the spear. So that'll stop the dreams and the fatigue. So glad to have that out of the way. And it wasn't dangerous, didn't cost me anything, and I got a little bit of loot. And when I come back later, hopefully with 1 or more levels under my belt, I'll be able to loot that other locked chest. Oh, that's funny. Because I've recruited my own companion, it has a screen for Tina with nothing in it. Maybe if I edited Tina's bio, I'm not sure if I can, it would appear here. Let's see if I can do that. Can I give a bio to Tina? No. Hang on, that's me. Tina, no. Oh, so that's a funny little bug that really shouldn't be there. But, you know, that's fine. So let's head up this way. As I said, I want to explore all of these areas as much as I can, and I want to fight these fights. I want to get some experience, and I want to get coins so I can hire more party members, so I can have my party of Maguses, I don't know what the plural is. So that little thing across the bottom of the screen then said, teamwork feats can make your party work better. All of the teamwork feats that I see require 2 people in your team to have the same feat for them to work. So for example, there's some that if they've both got the same feat, they work together in combat to give you this one action if you're both attacking the same person. It just seems very hard to make sure that all of your team members have those same feats unless you're building your own party, because some of the feats just won't work with some characters. They're things you don't want them to have. Okay. So we've got an encounter here. I'm a little bit suspect. Aha, there is a second bandit behind us. I had a feeling there might be. So, Amiri, you're going back this way, because if I don't, Tina's going to get stuck. Not Tina. Oh, why is Tina back there? Damn it. Lindsay should be... I've got to reorganize my party structure. Lindsay should not be in the forefront like that. So let's do that. Tina, actually, you're going to come back to this guy. And you are going to go forward there. And then we're going to keep an eye out to make sure that there's no others hidden. So there was 2 back here, that's good. And there was a couple here. Oh no, there was only just the bard there. So hopefully that bard won't last too long. Tina's taken a hit, but I'm going to let her use corrosive touch in combat. We've taken out the bard. I'm wondering whether I should have kept this on easy. Seeing Tina almost killed already. Okay. Let's have a look. What have we got here? So I need to give you some healing potions as well, Tina. What was that? Resist cold. And look, there was the chain shirt we wanted from before. I didn't have to buy one after all. Well, I did, because if I didn't buy it, we wouldn't have been able to do that. Right, so Lindsay was called forth to heal Tina. You really just did that, Tina. You really just, because you're bored and had nothing better to do, you played hopscotch. I mean, I know some of the characters sit down, but you play hopscotch. Rightio. You know, that's interesting. Okay, let's put that there. Let's check out my formation, because I really want this formation to be, yes, much more like that. Bum, ba-dum, bum, bum. I really wanted to see Tina's details again. Oh well. Where are we going? There we are. Okay. Oh, look. Now, I think you have to wait until you've got your kingdom before that does any good to you. But we'll soon see, I guess. Let's do that. Yeah, we're starting to get fatigued, aren't we, guys? Let's camp. And let's manage this. Let's see, is there some better options we can go with here? No. Yes. Okay. So if we do that and that, that's a better option, because Lindsay inspires competence, so we all do better. And we still didn't buy that recipe. Fatigue is worn off there. Spells are recovered and natural healing, so that's good. We're gonna rest well. Okay, we're all good. Excuse me. Okay. Did I have much? I got a little bit of stuff to sell, but it's really not worth selling it yet, considering there's a lot more that we can carry. So let's just do a bit more exploration, I guess. Another random encounter. What have we got? I don't see anything yet. Let's just edge. No, I wanted to just edge forward a little bit. There we go. Oh, it's just thylacines. Yep, we will. Man, I am missing badly. That was 2 acid bolts in a row that missed by miles. The other thing I'm not sure on is whether who does the skinning determines whether you get skin or not, because I sometimes click that and get absolutely nothing. And I wonder whether if I used, say, Emiri, who has some hunting skill, it would have actually worked. Oh, well, let's rest here. Do 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 do. And we're done. Fight! I know it's going to bite me in the ass soon. I'm going to come across a fight which is just way too hard. But anyway. I can always drop the hardness down a level or two. Not that I would really want to go down 2 levels. Ooh, more bandits. Ooh, there was bandits behind us. Damn it, damn it, damn it. Inspire courage. I'm going to attack behind. Emiri. Let's take a chance. You can go behind. Valerie, you can go to the front. Was there going to be a second? No. It looks like just the 2 bandits. Corrosive touch. There we go. See, that's how it works. Cast the spell through your sword. Just like I cast the spell through my bow. Although I'm missing a lot. In fact, very annoyed at how much I miss. Okay. I'm not getting huge amounts of gear, but, you know, getting enough that it'll make some money, and hopefully before too long we'll have our 2 grand and we can hire another Eldritch Scion and have our front line. Probably, yeah, I don't know whether to go 3 Eldritch Scions or whether to keep Valerie. Really do think I made a mistake making that halfling Eldritch Scion though, considering how little damage she does. Yeah, no, I won't go to the tomb yet. Okay, so let's sleep, and then I think I'll head back and sell up. Oh, I spoiled the meal. Damn it. So you can't get to this waterlogged lowlands yet. Ooh, another fight. Ooh, big group of bandits this time. Are there any behind us? No, and I don't think there will be, but I'm going to just be a little bit cautious. So I'm going to let Amiri charge forward and take on that guy. So what else? Conjurer, Bandit, but that one looks like it's got a bow. That one looks like he's got a bow as well. I personally am going to shoot for the Conjurer. Although, is it better for me to Magic Missile? I might Magic Missile first. I haven't tried this yet to see whether this tries to shoot Magic Missile with your bow or not. So we'll see what happens with that. And I'm going to get you to do Corrosive Touch on the Conjurer as well. And Valerie, you can help take on that guy. Tina, why are you not charging forward? Here we go. And you missed. How about Hideous Laughter? Let's just make sure that... Oh, damn it. They got a summon off. And we'll just leave that. Like that. Yeah, okay. So that battle went well. No one really got hurt. We're going to head back to Oleg's, and then I think I'm going to finish the stream. Okay, we're going to fight first, and then we're going to head back to Oleg's. Another group of bandits. Just a couple of bow-wielding bandits. I don't see any behind us just yet, but again, got to keep an eye out. Oh, definitely. We'll definitely focus on the goal. Can you charge to him? And can you charge to that one? Why can you not charge? Is there something in the way? Or is that... See, that should be your charge radius. So, I don't know. We might Magic Missile first on that one, and then we'll charge. Well done, Tina. Well done. Wow, did that archer get a shot on Amiri, did he? Yeah. There was one behind us. Damn it. Two behind us. Why don't you move out of the way, Lindsay? In fact, why don't you cast a heal on Amiri, Lindsay? Oh, there's another one. Wow. There's about... Oh, there's a cleric back there. Hopefully not for long. There we go. Is Lindsay still going to be able to cast heal on you? Yes. Ooh, Lindsay was almost killed herself. That'll be the only problem of getting a party full of maguses, whatever. I gotta decide what I'm gonna call the plural of magus. I want to say magi, but it doesn't really sound right. But I think I'm going to have to settle on magi. So that'll be the problem with having a party full of magi, is no one with decent healing abilities. We'll just have to rely on potions all the time. Oh, look, there's Tina, who may or may not be a male halfling. Can't tell. Continue. Should be able to get all the way there. Very good. Yeah, I'll let you rest outside first and then we'll go in. It's a bit silly really, but keep spoiling that hearty recipe. Continue. Here we go. Gotta wonder whether there is going to be a lich in this somewhere. The fact that they keep telling you that you can, if you destroy the phylactery of a lich, it doesn't kill it immediately, but it's necessary to defeat them. Gotta wonder, who's the lich? Where are they? I've deliberately tried not to look too much into this module to see what's involved. I mean, it's obvious that you have to defeat the stag lord to become the baron of this region, but beyond that, I don't really know what is involved in, like, once you're the baron, what's the deal? So that will be interesting to see. Okay, let's sort all of this, and let's composite longbows and composite shortbows, eh? So let's sell all of this. See if we can't get to $3 grand. We don't want that. Don't want that. 2 shocking gasps. I can already cast it. It's not really much sense keeping it. So let's get rid of those. I don't want expeditious repeat. Let's get rid of that. And that's everything. Okay, we're up to $1 grand again. So it shouldn't be too long and we can probably afford another one. But I'm going to save and we're going to call that a stream. So thank you for joining me. This video will be up on YouTube. If you like it, please like and follow me there. Leave comments. And I will see you next time. I may even be streaming later on tonight. So see you then. Bye.